Hey there. So right now we're going to do another rewatchability factor, and actually in honor of that, and not just that, the fact that I've hit over 18,000 views and I've made over 450 videos. I'm going to kind of go old school again today. And if you've been watching my channel since the very beginning, which I'm sure most you probably haven't, when I originally came on here, aside from doing a few unboxings and stuff like that, I used to do beer reviews. Yeah, I'm a beer fan. So I'm going to actually trying a new one for me tonight, and a Canadian beer called Muskoka Brewery. If you're not aware, my favorite beer is Bellhaven Best. It is a really good, smooth, creamy ale, and this is purportedly, it says on here, a cream ale, so we're going to give it a try. Not much of a fan, really. A good cream ale shouldn't have a high aftertaste or be too hoppy. Like in the wrong way. This here, no, it's not a good beer. If you see Muskoka Brewery, although it's Canadian and thankfully not American, it almost tastes Americanesque in its beer, as in kind of nothing against my American friends, but the beer is kind of watered down. This is 5% alcohol. No, it's a disappointment. I gotta say, this is not a good beer. Oh, that's going in the sink. It's horrible. It's like dishwater beer. Don't buy this beer. I do have a backup beer. I got a Rickards. I haven't tried it yet. It's got a hint of maple syrup, so I'm hoping that one's going to be good. Kind of a downer. Thank God this was like kind of gift card. Anyway, it's the Shout Factory today, Rewatchability Factor. So basically we're going to be looking at videos, we're going to look at some DVDs, and seeing what the rewatchability factor of the DVDs are. All I'm glad to have in my collection, but are they rewatchable? That's the thing. First up is my one Shout Factory Blu-ray, and that is the Kentucky Fried Movie. Rewatchability factor on this one for me is high. I love this film. There is a great hour-long interview with the Zucker brothers, really good, plus a great commentary on this as well. A very fun film. I've watched this a few times. The juvenile kid side of me watches this and giggles all the time, especially at things like Catholic high school girls in trouble. I think that had Ushka Diergaard from a lot of the Russ Meyer films in it. I'm pretty sure that was her. I think she was in a couple places in that movie, actually. You're going to see a few Roger Corman cult classics. Gray, 1951, let me know when you receive your Witchfinder General. Humanoids from the Deep. For me, this one is a pretty good rewatchability factor. I do like this movie. It's pretty brutal, actually, surprisingly. It's kind of like, it's a monster movie and stuff, but, you know, these are, like, serious creatures. They're smart, and they want to breed, so they're, like, rape monsters, I guess. First thing they do in this movie is they take out the dogs. Like, all of a sudden, every dog in the village is, like, disappeared. And that's, like, a really cool thing, that the creatures in this are intelligent enough to go and take out basically the security and the warning systems by taking out the animals right away. So, high rewatchability factor for that one for me. Next one's a favorite for a lot of people. This one has a decent rewatchability factor for me, but I think it has an even higher rewatchability factor for my better half. And actually, I bought this one for her, but I love it too. It's Piranha, and I really love this cover. It's awesome. It has some great features on this one. We watched features on this one. We watched this movie like through and through. It's the favorite of my better half. This one and Piranha too, which is not Shout Factor. So, medium rewatchability factor, high for my better half. Next up is Now to This Earth, and it is one that I was really glad to have. Of course, it's got the beautiful Tracy Lords, sans the adult career. Cool commentary. You got an interview with Tracy Lords on there. Uh, I'd say it's got a decent rewatchability factor, maybe once a year type thing, twice if you're really in the mood for like doing a cheesy movie night. But it's not a high rewatchability factor, but it's a great movie to have in your collection if you like this type of film. Next up is Star Crash. Star Crash is one that any cheesy sci-fi collector has to have. What other movie are you going to get that has Carolyn Monroe, David Hasselhoff, Joe Spinell, and Christopher Plummer in it? This is actually, I think it's a 2-disc set, right? Yeah, this is the 2-disc collector's edition. And look, Carolyn Monroe. That alone is the reason to get this movie. It's very cheesy, cool, little science fiction movie. I don't watch it a lot. Glad to have it. It's a bit like a once-a-year watch, so, you know, it's not a high rewatchability factor, but it does have rewatchability. This one I really like. It's Galaxy of Terror. I love the fact that it's such a trippy mind bend that, taste this beer. Sorry. Sid Haig's in this one. We got Robert Englund. We got Grace Zabriskie from that's what I thought. From Grace Zabriskie from Star Trek. It's got actually a higher rewatchability factor than Star Crash. So it's just a really cool movie. I watch this about twice a year, so I'll put it on the lower scale of rewatchability. But twice a year is not too bad for a movie when you buy it, especially when you buy as many as I do. This is one that I got in trade with Gray in 1951. So. I was really, really happy to get this. I actually haven't got the chance to sit down and watch it yet, so I cannot tell you. But for me, this is the type of film that will have a higher rewatchability factor. And it's a 3-movie set. It's got Attack the Crab Monsters, War of the Satellites, and Now to This Earth, the original version. Now, Now to This Earth has, I think, Beverly Garland. I think Beverly Garland might be in a couple of these movies. For me, this is going to have a kind of at least a medium rewatchability factor, because this is the type of thing I'll sit down with my better half, with my son and my daughter. We'll watch like on a night, just like cheesy, maybe a little bit over an hour long per film. Watch 1 or 2 of those. Okay, this is a cool one. For me, it's called Crazy Mama and the Lady in Red. Now I bought this for the Lady in Red. Why the Lady in Red? Because the Lady in Red has Pamela Sue Martin. I grew up watching Dynasty, and for some reason, for a while, this movie kind of bypassed me. And it was like, there's a movie out there where Pamela Sue Martin is naked for like a portion of the film. And I'm like, yeah, okay. Aaron has to have this film. Pamela Sue Martin was the original Fallon on Dynasty. And I had a huge crush on Fallon from Dynasty. So, hell yeah. Rewatchability factor, yes. For this movie's okay. Crazy Mom was okay. It's not as good as the other one. It's comedic. It's an early movie by Jonathan Demme, to be honest with you. Of course, Jonathan Demme did. Yeah, Silence of the Lambs. This one does have a high rewatchability factor for me, because I just really love these films, and I watched them a lot when I was a kid. When I was a kid, of course, I watched them first because, well, nudity. Because I was a teenage boy, and there was girls, and they were naked, and there were guns, and lots of shooting, and violence, and just cheesy stuff. Big Bad Mama and Big Bad Mama 2. I was quite a fan of Angie Dickinson's assets, along with the other girls of the film. But I actually like these films. They're funny, and they're cheesy, and they're just cornball, and it's kind of the same feeling you get when you sit down and you watch Dukes of Hazzard. You know it's kind of cheesy, but it's fun. And you just let yourself drift off, and you don't need to use your mind too much in these films. There's no deep thinking in Big Bad Mama or Big Bad Mama 2. But you know what is in Big Bad Mama? Do you? The Shatner. The Shatner's in Big Bad Mama. And that alone should make you go out and get this double feature. Here's one that I talk about on my channel a lot, because it is one of my favorite sets that I have in my collection. This is not an expensive set. Now, the first one in this set is coming in on Blu-ray by actually Scream Factory, actually fairly soon. And that's the Slumber Party Massacre collection. This is a really great set. They all have a strong rewatchability factor for me, especially the first two. And in particular, number 2, because number 2 was such a weird, different, unique film. I've talked about this a lot, so I'm not going to talk about it a lot right now, but this is just a high rewatchability factor for me. This is my other triple feature. I actually got this at a Nintendo store. They used to sell a lot of movies, but they kind of like weeded out and they only have a small amount now. So I got this one for like a couple bucks actually. And it's an action pack collection. It has Georgia Peaches, The Great Texas Dynamite Chase, and Smokey Bites the Dust. Now, most of these are kind of like PG, kind of cheesy type thing. But Claudia Jennings is in one of these movies here. Of course, the late Claudia Jennings. Yeah. And Georgia Peaches actually has country singer Tanya Tucker. This was actually, I think, the pilot for a TV series. I find these fun. Again, they're like Texas Chainsaw Massacre. No, not anything like Texas Chainsaw Massacre. They're like very Dukes of Hazzard-ish. And I like the Dukes of Hazzard. And my better half, it's sometimes I think she gets utterly shocked and horrified that I like the Dukes of Hazzard. Next up, we're away from the Roger Corman, sort of. This is, I wish I had more of these, and I keep looking for them at the stores, and I'm hoping that I can find more like the action set or the horror set, but I just haven't been able to find them anywhere around here, and I went online to get them, but I really like these. And it's the movie marathon. This is the sci-fi movie marathon. It's got Arena, Eliminators, America 3000, The Time Guard. This has a high rewatchability factor. It's very cool, very cheesy stuff, very, very much an MST3K style stuff. But growing up in the VHS, renting your movie age, you rented this stuff. You went to the store, and this was the type of stuff you look for. I love my movies, and I'm a movie snob when it comes to certain things, and I'm like, I've got my criterions and all this stuff, but I didn't go out and rent Citizen Kane a million times when I was growing up, but I did rent Arena and Time Guardians and stuff like that. And hey, which one is it? Yeah, Time Guardian has Carrie Fisher, so Carrie Fisher. And last up is one I found back up in Sunrise Records. If you're ever in the Toronto area, I recommend going in and checking out Sunrise Records. A great place, has a great selection, and really, really cool staff there. I actually managed to find this one I've been looking for a while. It's a double feature set. I'm a slasher movie fan, and I've mentioned this one on my channel a couple times, and it's Bad Dreams and Visiting Hours. Two really cool films. Visiting Hours, by the way, has, again, the Shatner, but more importantly, one of my favorite character actors, especially playing psychos and stuff like that, and that's Michael Ironside. Linda Pearl, of course, from Happy Days and the Matlock original series, and Emma Lee Grant stars in this as well. But I was a huge fan of Linda Pearl, and I'm a huge fan of Michael Ironsides, and I didn't know Shatner was in it until I rented it the first time when I was a kid. Now the Bad Dreams, it's really cool. Jennifer Rubin's in this one here. Got a great commentary on it for, I don't know if it's great, it's got a commentary. I haven't really listened to it yet, so I can't say great, that's wrong. The interview actually has an original ending. I gotta check that out. I haven't really checked that out yet. I've just watched the movie. But yes, it definitely has a decent horror rewatchability factor. Because I'll put it at a medium, maybe 2 or 3 times a year I can watch this. But Bad Dreams especially, that one I can watch more. So that's my Shout Factory collection. It's all the Shout Factories I think I got. I might have a couple more in Box City West. I'll have to check. But anyway, I am going to pour this down the drain and put on the kettle and maybe make some tea. And while I'm waiting for that, I'm going to drink a beer that's got maple syrup. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. That's Rewatchability Factor. Hope you guys are still enjoying these. Let me know if you want me to do more. I'm going to be doing that Russ Meyer box set review soon that I promised. So that'll be done especially for Toddy Walnuts. Thanks a lot, guys, for watching, and it's time for tea.